CM 365, all about Carnatic music.
Recently, I had discussed about the concept of duet performances and how they work on stage. Well, after this, one Rasika wrote to me and asked, "Can you please share something about the combo of the Guru and Shishya on stage and how this works?" As Rasikas, we all observe and also appreciate the role played by accompanists, how they interact with the main artist, and so on. But there is another intense, discreet, and supportive presence on the performing stage, and that is that of the Shishya or the disciple who accompanies the Guru on the Tanpura. When the maestros, we have seen that as Rasikas, when they come on to the dais, they are accompanied by the Shishyas who carry the Tampura with them. And once the things are settled on stage, the Shishya sits behind the Guru and he plays the Tampura. Sometimes we may also see that there are more number of Shishyas sitting around the Guru and they may be watching the Guru at close quarters. But of course, only one of them gives support in terms of the vocal sometimes. Or sometimes we see that it is just that the Guru, Shishya, plays the Tanbura and watches the Guru. Now, in this process, actually, much of music learning happens. And we see that on the stage, it is not just about playing the tanbura, it is that about of the music, it is that about the performance, then also the etiquette as followed by the guru, then the interaction that the guru does with his co-artist on stage, and how the guru creates a perfect rapport with the audience. Now, all this is absorbed by the shishya when he sits at close quarters with the guru playing the tanpura. And unlike in the duet concerts where both the artists are given equal importance, obviously here we see that the Shishya plays a submissive role in the sense that he just happens to sit behind the Guru. And in terms of the dress code, also we see that earlier the Shishya would actually wear something very sober so that he is not noticed. The focal point is the Guru, so that has to be kept in mind. But today, of course, I find that trends have changed where the artists try to match their attire with the backdrop. And in the process, also the Shishyas try to match their dress or the sari or whatever it is along with the main artist or the guru. And ultimately, we see that we have a wonderful visual treat. So, this is a different trend I've seen now where the Shishyas also dress up quite well and brightly at par with the guru, and this has become quite a acceptable norm also, I would say. Now, as for the Shishya, his eyes are always focused on the Guru, and he does not actually intend to draw any attention on himself unless he is sort of, made to sing along with the Guru. And then sometimes he also adds in terms of when the Guru gives him an opportunity in between to sing a passage of Neraval or some Kalpana Swaras and so on. But otherwise, generally, we see that the Guru sings and the Shishya sings along with him when the composition is being sung. And in we see that also in the duets, how the two artists on stage are able to appreciate each other. They may even nod their head or their hand gestures and appreciate one another. But here we see that the Shishya has to keep his very appreciation very, very subtle in the sense that he can't show any overt expressions on stage. And you can probably catch on adoring flash in his eyes when the guru actually sings a brilliant and breathtaking phrase. So it has to be very, very subtle, and these are all some codes which are really not written, but then it is something which is followed. Now, when the guru gives the shishya the scope to sing, many intentions are realized. First thing, of course, is that the guru gives the shishya the performing experience and a feel of the stage. Then he also gives the audience a sense of the Shishya's voice and an alert, I would say, in terms of saying that, well, my Shishya will be soon arriving on the concert arena, and better you be alert to watch out that he's going to be very, very promising. Now, finally, of course, the fact remains that in the Gurukul system or whatever the teaching process and learning process is, many things are very, very informal. So, the art of crafting a concert and how the Guru takes it forward and forms a perfect concert and connect with Rasikas is all derived through this sharing of space on the stage. So, thus we see that the Shishyas playing the Tanpura behind the Guru on stage is not just about strumming the instrument, but about learning beyond what he has learned in the informal training with the Guru, learning the craft of performance and how to take it forward effectively to the audience and perfectly create a connect with them.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.